Morning Scrum with Govind Davis.
I think the audio is on now. Yeah, showed audio off. I'm still trying to work through the intro on this and like what it takes to like get in smoothly and just kind of get worked up. So yeah, today like super short. I actually got to go out for a walk and had a really busy morning, and I had this meeting, and it was I think it's like a company that somehow or other they're going to try to sell me, I think, coaching services to be for being a creator, and that's kind of the whole thing for me is like I actually don't really want to sell to the creator community. I want to sell to like my community or whatever that is going to be. And so it's fun. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think like other than just ideas, I don't know that I have like a lot to offer to that. It's like, hey, here's what I'm doing. Like that's not what I'm trying to sell, right? Like that's what Morning Scrum is like. Somebody can see like my creation, but it's also just like a source of content and progress for me. And so I'm like pretty clear about that. And I realized like, okay, but so I was looking at their services and it's like this, I don't know, I'll talk with them more. It's like a JV type thing. And I don't know, like it's like their service is to work with creators and to help them build their brand. But I'm not sure if I would want to pay for that. Right now I'm like, I can pay a tiny bit. I'm like, but these things can be like, people have to make money, right? And I'm like, hey, if I got the resources, am I gonna invest? Sure, but yeah, I'm like Mr. Sticky Nothing, right? So anyway, we're oh wow, look now, this is showing still. Okay, now why did this come back here? Sometimes I'm like not sure where, like I may have to like eventually get like OBS going. Let's see. So yeah, sponsor time, warm up IP, warm up your email if you're sending B2B email. Really good idea. Whether it's even just moderate volumes, and just take care of your reputation and your domain. So today I've got to run. I've got to hop into go for a walk. Anyway, my phone is off for some reason, and so I don't even know. It's my dad. My 17-year-old showed up, and they're I'm fine. I just had to move the mic closer here. All right. So they are. There we go. So yeah, today, anyway, so I'm meeting with these guys, this company, and their rep, and I'm like, they're gonna, it's always the thing that, so she's asking me like, because I'm like, hey, I'm like, I'm just getting started as an influencer. She's like, well, are you getting a lot of engagement on your posts? I'm like, look at that. I'm like, no. And I'm like, there's times I've seen this, but like, no. I mean, I'm producing a bunch, but like, not, but I'm like, oh my gosh, is this like moment of personal crisis? Like nobody loves me, and my stuff is, and I'm like, I know it's not. I mean, I could produce good stuff or not good stuff. I've looked at it enough, and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing something right. But anyway, but I did went on Favicon, and I like applied to a bunch of stuff. Like it's like, hey, I can do a post, like get paid $300 or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. Like I would be happy to do that right now. But it's not like I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket anyway, because like I just don't know. I don't know anything, so I'm like direct messaging people, doing all this stuff just to see what's going to happen, right? And because I do believe that like I have this advantage, which is I have this like industrial scale knowledge of like marketing and sales, in particular outbound. Like it's like on one level, like I have 12,000 followers, and which is not that many, but it's decent. It's okay. It's big enough on like LinkedIn that it's a thing. But I didn't get them through like posting content and getting those guys. Like I got them through like my business activities and a lot of like outbound and other things. And so there's some good stuff, and there's it's different than like if you were like a content creator forever. So that's like just an interesting piece for me, quantifiably. But anyway, I was like on Favicon, and there was something there, and I clicked on in there, and I ended up at this thing called first I should go to I opened the chat here already, but it's like influencer school kit. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I want to be. I want to be an influencer. And I'm like, this isn't really like necessarily like my B2B role, but I'm like, you know what, like it doesn't really matter. Like the skill, the knowledge of this, and this is a really cool thing. I was like, this is cool. Like a community, if somebody's like doing something like legit community, like you're not just like, I mean, there's a lot of, I guarantee there's a ton of value here, and I can learn a ton. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to check it out. And awesome. Like, I'm assuming that like Deacon Nick is the main guy behind this thing. And or maybe he's just hanging out and being the rep for this thing. But anyway, there's somebody there, and at least it looks like it's a person. And I'm like, hey, like messaging and I asked this. Oh yeah, here it was. I was kind of like, well, he's like, do you need followers or sponsors? I'm like, well, I need both, right? And anyway, so he wrote followers and fans. Well, you can use ads, do cold outreach using ways I'm pretty sure you know already. The best advice is to start posting. Yeah, that's right. I mean, like that is right. And I'm like, I have been posting, and I've been true to myself, and I'm like, right. And what platform, whatever. And then he suggested this sponsor magnet book, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like this is such, reaffirming advice for me, because I'm just like, I know that you just got to keep going right at this point. And, and I'm like, as I get sort of these efficiencies and I figure things out, like the little like nuggets are going to open up, right? I'm going to figure this out. But like to imagine where you're going to be down the road, it's really hard, right? And I can just have to go, keep going. And, but anyway, I'm super excited about the book, the sponsor magnet, because I'm like, could I figure this out? But you're like, hey, this is awesome, right? And I've gotten a lot of value in the past from working under other frameworks, but for me, I like this is perfect, right? It's like accessible. Like I'm gonna probably go through this and like really fine tune it into my own stuff, but I'm like, this feels like it's like super worth it, right? A lot of stuff around like like I'm not into like heavily architected like things that sound salesy or pitchy, right? But I'm like, hey, like taking somebody else's stuff that works and putting it into play. I'm like, yeah, I think for me, like, why didn't you do this before? Why didn't I read this? And you're like, okay, well, you have to have these moments where you realize, okay, now I'm kind of clear, like, oh, wow, I'm going to be an influencer. I need to get sponsors, right? And I'm like, okay, it's a while to get that clarity, right? In terms of, this is how I want to make money. This is how I want to like envision the next 10, 20 years of my life, right? And it's not as like in retrospect, like, oh yeah, you just do that. So, but it isn't that simple. So I think for me, like coming to this conclusion and realizing, okay, like I want to be this content creator, going through like this complete revamp of my LinkedIn, which I updated to this sort of, what have I been calling it now? Hold on, I have to go to home. Like I'm just going to show me. I did do a bunch of work on this today, and so I was like, yeah, business experiences to build your reputation. And then I got this thing messed up here. Oh shoot! Now my phone's ringing. Elle, what's going on?
Dude, I messed up. Daddy, I messed up.
Why?
No, it's because my phone was off, like it wasn't, like the cellular data wasn't working, so I tossed it like the bot at AT&T, and it said I paid $600, and I don't know what to do.
Oh no, that's fine. That's good. I guess I'm glad that you did that.
So I'm not in trouble because it was like $600.
Well, I wouldn't have didn't want to necessarily pay that much, but actually that's good. I'm glad we got our phones back on. This is on my.
I got turned off earlier today, and I was like,
I know. I totally just forgot about it. That's how bad I know that. You know what? It is what it is, and you just got to do what you got to do. You realize I am on my live show. And by the way, just so you know, your mom is getting all into your drama, and let's talk later. But no, you're good. I'll let Susan know, and I'll figure it out. Thanks for letting me know.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Oh my God, that was just absurd. Anyway, so yeah, like I made this banner, but I didn't realize like the little slider on the right messes up my triangle, so I'm gonna have to like fix that. And this is like a whole AI project. I'm like, I like this. I know it seems like it just, I don't know. I'm just enjoying myself with all of this, and I revamped this. But yeah, I went with this business content artist, and I'm like, okay, like what I need sponsors. This implies a certain kind of business model, and it says things, and I'm like, yeah, this just feels like me. I feel good about it. It's weird and different, and but look, I'm going to create my own art, but I'm excited to go out and find other people that I can be, brand ambassador, and I think that's my next step. Like I've got to go forge relationships and like create for other people. Like that's the key to me, I think, getting to the next level. So anyway, I'm excited for today, and check out the signal effect when you get it. If you see this, I'm going to try to keep this up forever. It's my favorite bot that I ever built. My first robot. And thank you to my sponsors and to the many sponsors to come.